Alright, I got my go-kart into a more open space so I can do some project stuff. My current plan is to take this whole thing apart, every little piece, clean it up, paint it, put the torque converter on, make it solid rear axle, put bigger tires on. We shall see. So I don't have a socket big enough for this. So I just had to measure it, find out what size. This is a very handy tool. It's a vernier caliper. So now I know I need 1.5 inch socket for this. So after a few months of just wasting time, I finally decided to buy the sprocket big enough to take this nut off, get this wheel off. It's 38 millimeter or 1.5 inch. So finally, now I'm gonna have to pry this wheel off somehow. This is something where I would need to invest into an actual pry bar, which would help in this situation because I really believe that they glued this wheel on this axle. Whatever I come up with to take this off, I'm sure it's gonna hurt. This is where bad ideas start to happen. I'm thinking I could put the other wheel back on and just drive this until this wheel falls off. That should work, right? That'll probably come off a lot faster than anything else I want to do. Alright, take off this wheel. I think it's going to be easier if I take off the motor and take apart the whole thing like I've been planning to do. So let's get that started. Now to get the motor off, it's held by 4 of these bolts. 2 on the front, 2 on the back. Makes sense, right? So. Now those bolts are all off. We can take the motor off, but I still gotta disconnect the gas cable, so let's do that now too. So I need to remove this cable from the motor, but removing it from this side would be a big pain. I have to remove the air box, but I can just take it out from here and do it that way. Everything's taken apart except for this axle because that's going to be an adventure, and those front wheels just because they're holding the front end up and I don't want the front end dragging on the cement. So all I have left is take this off. I made the mistake of thinking that this wheel was held together separate from this bearing, but well, now I know. So I'm gonna have to take this apart. Like I said in another video, the guy had to cut everything up to take it off and just put on a new axle. Which my plan is to put on a new axle, but I'd like to save this if possible, but I don't know if it is possible, so we'll see. And I'd like to save this brake and sprockets, so yeah, let's keep working on this. This axle's putting me in a pickle because I can't use an air hammer early in the morning making loud rackets, waking everybody up just because I want a go-kart axle to come off. So I don't have time in the evening or day to do it when everybody is awake. So like I said earlier in this video, I saw somebody else just end up cutting this axle because that was the only option, because this is so rusted. Like, you saw me trying to take it off with a C-clamp type thing. This removes ball joints. It's very useful most of the time. I was expecting this to pop, but clearly that didn't work. It just bent this. That's cool. So yeah, it's gonna be air hammer and torches on this, so that'll be fun. Here I have a little baby air hammer. Hopefully it'll do something to try to get this out. Probably not, but only one way to find out, so let's do this. So far, the air hammer has done absolutely nothing. I moved it nowhere. So I either have to keep going at it or cut it. Well, at this point, I don't think there's any saving this axle anyway. Even if I did, I wouldn't even want to put it back on because it's just being a pain right now, so can't imagine it would be much nicer later. Just like to save this brake system here, since I already have it. But we'll see if that's even savable at this point. Probably not. I'm going slightly deaf from the air hammer. Wear ear protection. 'Tis a nuisance. Alright, so just now you saw me unscrew these two bolts. So the brake mechanism is safe. I can take that off once I have everything apart. That'll be okay, so I'll be able to save that. The sprocket, I don't know if I'll be able to save it because it's part of this. So I'd like to save it. It's a nice big sprocket. So yeah, we'll see. I'll see what I can do with this. I'll keep trying to get it off. I think I'll probably be cutting this down into pieces, like I said multiple times. I'll have to cut very carefully over here. Frustrations. Oh, I could cut it over here. Yeah, I'll cut it over here with the angle grinder. This will lift right up. That's the beauty of it. You get to see the maths in my head happening. Okay, so yeah, cut this. This whole section will come out. That'll be nice. And then I'll be able to slide the other side outward, I believe. I believe in Harvey Dent. Okay, I guess we can do this then. So we have here a fully disassembled go-kart now. The only part is this. That's welded together, so that's not coming apart. But otherwise, it's good. Now I've gotta clean it up, paint the frame itself, and then start building it back up. That's it for this video of me disassembling the go-kart, because it's disassembled. Wow. Now all that's left is I gotta clean it up and get the paint job done on it. If you have any ideas for what color I should do, let me know. I was thinking painting it black and maybe do some highlights of other colors, kind of make it look like one of the bikes that I built, like bicycle, not motorcycle. I'm not that cool. But yeah, let me know if you have any ideas for colors. But I hope you have a wonderful day, and be good, be nice, treat people respectfully.